Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now is that the Alake and Paramount ruler of Igbaland in Abeokuta, who visited the Ooni of Ife with his beautiful wife, Dr. Tokumbo, to felicitate with the Ooni of Ife over the bed of his bundle of joy, the twins, have mediated amongst the wife and also plead with the Ooni of Ife to temper justice and mercy, that it has been his own decision, like it was his own decision to marry all of these women. And as a father, he must find a way to walk around them. He must find a way to manage them, understanding that they are women. That women come with a lot of, complexity, as, keeping women together is not easy. That a lot of women, with due respect, may sometimes act as though they are babies. And as fathers, the one thing we want to do is to ensure that we are able to manage them. Now, the Alake of Igbaland is said to be a very, very wonderful Oba in Abeokuta, who has been married for over 50 years to a beautiful woman that is called Dr. Tokumbo. Now, the Alake of Igbaland is said to be called Oba Ade Dotun Bedebo. I may not pronounce that well. I'm sorry about that. And there was a time he was interviewed to find out why he did not marry so many wives. He said yes, so that even his own father had married plenty of wives, but nobody can push him into that kind of venture, that it was in their own time, that he cannot rule with so many wives. And he has been married for over 50 years to Dr. Tokumbo. The marriage has gone through several challenges. They are blessed with, children who are married, their grandparents right now. And so when they heard about the birth of the twins, of course, you do know that it's a happy occasion. People are celebrating all over the world for the Ooni of Ife. One thing you must know about the Ooni of Ife is that the man is so loved. Like, this only happens to be one of the most loved Ooni of Ife. Look, I am not just joking. This is because of the things I see on social media. At least on my own page, I do know that. On my own blog, I do know that the man is so loved. I do know that there are times where we've had, issues, people having their differences in opinion over the fact that he left Queen Naomi and married a lot of these other people. But apart from all of that, they said the Ooni of Ife is really a great man and people love him so much. Now, the birth of this twin has come, this far to show how much people love him. They are celebrating for, 1 week now, going to a week now. Ooni of Ife has not had rest. They've been performing rituals in the palace. People have been visiting, women have been visiting girls, people have been visiting the palace. Now, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Daylight. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. And still on the royals. Daylight, my Daylight, my super people. Daylight, my Daylight, my super people. How are you doing? I hope your week has gone as expected. And I hope that things are still working pretty well with you. I appreciate you so much from the depth of my heart. I have you right here. I appreciate you. If you're new and you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It's not a small something though. Report reaching us right now is that the Alake of Igbaland in Abeokuta has gone to felicitate with the Ooni of Ife, and while they were there with his wife, they decided to mediate, among his wives, to try and bring peace to the table. And above all, the one person that the Alake spoke to was the monarch himself, the great Ooni of Ife, letting him understand that, of course, he knows a lot as a father. Women behave like children, and sometimes when you cluster them together, one thing that exhibits so quickly happens to be the act of jealousy, because everyone is striving to get the attention of the monarch. that he shouldn't take things that much to heart, that he should temper justice with mercy, that this is a very beautiful occasion where the entire world is celebrating with him, that the wives should, be allowed to celebrate, that the birth of the children is supposed to bring peace and, harmony and unite them together in the palace in such a way that when people see them together, people will be jealous rather than, be happy that things are not going well with them. That the wives should be allowed to celebrate, and each and every one of them should be allowed to celebrate as much as they want to celebrate. So what that means is that they should be allowed to see Toby and celebrate with their fellow wife and be there, that there should be each other's support system. That the reason why it's as if, it's like one wall, it's because that whatever had happened like 10 years ago, the other person is still carrying it in their mind and all of that. They say the wife even came to speak that, forgiveness is our greatest need and our highest achievement. That without forgiveness, life is governed with an endless need for retaliation and, resentment. That for whatever anybody has done in the past, they should forgive and live like one family and love themselves, because no matter what happened, this is their family. They said this event spiraled to what it was because the entire time, Olori Miriam was crying, like crying the entire time. You could see this sad disposition on her face and everything. While a lot of people are thinking maybe she's not happy about the situation, but others are thinking it is because of the way she is being like treated. Like everybody think that she is the one who is not. The thing is that they say her Majesty, Abi, Her Highness, the wife of Ade, the paramount ruler, was telling them that it's just because things have gotten to where they are now, they have pleaded with the Ooni of Ife to forgive. And, coming from a man like the Alake and the paramount ruler of Egbaland, this is something that is coming from an honorable person's mouth, a man that has been in marriage for 50 years, a man that has gone through, the disturbance of, tradition, where they have pushed him time and time again to get married to so many wives. And he has refused, that he does not want this drama that has been going on. And to the glory of God, he stayed where he was, and he's been with his wife for 50 years. They said along the line, he went ahead to even, talk about Olori Naomi, stating that Naomi happens to be a very good girl, and that he has always known that the Ooni of Ife loves Naomi so much that, they have been hearing allegedly. It's important to know that I am not in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. It is rumored, okay? Now, that they have seen the struggle from the part of the Ooni of Ife and everything that has been happening, and that why is it so difficult for these women to understand that they have already made this decision to be with the Ooni of Ife. If from the very beginning they said I don't want to be with a man who has been married before, or I don't want to be with a polygamist, that this would not be where it is now. Right now, I've been saying this thing. I said that people should learn how to, work with what they cannot change. That right now it is where it is and they are where they are. That all they need to do is to make peace among themselves and live happily and let everybody have their space and live their life without all of these worries. He went ahead to say, how much time do we even have on earth that will be disturbing ourselves up and down, hitting everyone, trying to cause problems? That we should appreciate the moment that God has given to us, the bread of life that we have, that the wives should turn a new leaf and begin to love. It is, of course, rumored that he really appreciated the gods, appreciated Olori and the Ooni of Ife, and appreciated Olori Toby and other wives that were in the palace, okay? That no matter what it is, they have been together and they have done things together. They must learn to live together, and Ooni of Ife must give them fair share of what belongs to them, all of them. That to be able to keep women together, you must stop all acts of marginalization, understanding that they are all women. They need to be treated equally. Yes, it's true that you might love one more than one, but then they need to see that you love them and you treat them equally. And now, at the end of the day, they said Ooni of Ife was happy. Olori Runke was very happy and spoke to in appreciation on behalf of the Ooni of Ife. Appreciated the man so much, and spoke to the good conscience of the Ooni of Ife to kind of temper justice with mercy for whatever mistakes they have done. Let the bed of the twins just be something that brings unity to each and every one of them, that they will never go back to what they used to be. They just want peace in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, from what we are hearing, it is also said that they made mention of the fact that going forward, Nami will be fine, that with the birth of the twins, everybody will reunite and be together, and there shall be no problem. And that is if she wants to come back. They say the Alake made mention that Ooni of Ife should go bring his wife back to the palace and, honor the wife the way he needs to honor the wife, knowing that, we all have daughters. What we expect our daughters to get should be what we give to other people's daughter. With due respect, he said that the Ooni of Ife should go back and bring his wife's son into the palace, that the women are not going to stop, and also went ahead to speak to the women that nobody should make any kind of problems anymore. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. And of course, this is what we heard. It's all alleged. Okay. Thank you so much.